Hi, today we'll be talking about several anime that I really enjoyed by the artist Yoshitoshi Abe. This is an art book of his, and the anime that I've seen where he did the art for them is Serial Experiments Lain is the most popular one, and Texhnolyze is another one that not a lot of people know about, but is one that I really enjoyed. And both of these anime are kind of cyberpunk, futuristic, psychological, definitely a genre that I love, one of my favorites. And so there's not a lot of anime in this style and this art style and everything. And so this is the art book, and if you look at the back here on the obi, you can see the art for the different series that he's worked on. So there's a Texhnolyze over there, and then Texhnolyze over here as well, and you see Lain somewhere as well. But so we'll be looking at this art book. Here's this side, and this one is interesting because the way this book opens up, first you have to slide the obi, so do that carefully, trying not to damage it. Forgive me for going so slow, but I just I like to be gentle with these things because they are precious. So definitely immediately you can tell this got this nice texture to it. In fact, it's raised, right? Like if you drag your hand over. Now, I'm not sure which anime this particular art is from, but I do like it. And then it's this nice box with this shine in it. So there's the box cover. Then we have the book itself. So I'm not sure if on the secondary market, there's the back of the book, so you can take a look. So on the secondary market, you might not have this box cover. I think it's really cool, and I'm glad I got that too. And then here's the front of the actual book, the same as the cover. But you'll notice there is a difference in coloring. So when you're purchasing, and you just see this very vibrant bluish one, as opposed to this with this like coffin-like thing behind, then you can tell that it's got the box or not. Then the binding. Guys, Soki might have butchered that, hopefully not. Yoshitoshi Abe, and that's the book. That's the back. Nice hardcover, a little heavy, feels good quality. So I'm just gonna go into it. I'm just gonna move this box over to the side so that it's not in our way while we're enjoying this. This is another one of these binding doesn't open easily. So actually, I've seen these series a long time ago, and nice textured matte, just nice textured pages. Some text here, if you'd like to read that. Zoom in there for you. So I don't recall the series that well, but definitely I remember being very fond of them and them being high up there, both Texhnolyze and Serial Experiments Lain. There's an individual book, Serial Experiments Lain book, but there isn't a separate Texhnolyze book as far as I know, so this is the only way I can get a representation of Texhnolyze on my shelf, so that's why I opted for this one instead. I didn't want too many different books that are all covering it, so a compilation book like this seemed like the best choice. This is an anime that I have not seen. Looks like there's a guy and a dragon. But the art style is very distinct. You can tell across the different anime. You can immediately identify this art style. So here on the right is Texhnolyze. So I'm really glad that I have luck with that art. There's a lot of similarities in the expression and the eyes for a lot of the female characters that this artist works on. That's not necessarily a bad thing. I think it's a great style. And Texhnolyze on the left. Again, that's this is basically why I bought this book here, this page right here. But also just to see some of the other, like the art is great even if I don't know which shows they're from, and if you do know what the shows are, I mean, I'll do some research on it as well, but you can let me know in the comments below what these shows are, if you've seen them, and what show you like best from this artist worked on. And this is Serial Experiments Lain. You can see there's all these like wires and cables and stuff going on. It's very futuristic and dystopic, and both of the shows I mentioned also have pretty nice songs. A lot of detail here. It's like a dragon skeleton. It's a little bit rough, but you know, I do still like these. Oops, too many pages. Sorry, go back here. Missed this page here. They're not numbered, but I do like the contrast with a few black and white sketches to mix it up with the colored ones. See, immediately I can tell this is a high quality book. This is really cool. This shipwreck, for some reason, reminds me of Near Replicant, the shipwreck there. I don't know why I'm thinking of that immediately when I see this. And this is really cool. This like maze-looking ruined city, and I'm not entirely sure what that is, but that's really like that. Love the art style stuff. Especially that previous page. This one's more vibrant and colorful, but I like these more like dark tones and mysterious settings. Super happy with this book already. Whoa, this looks like from Evangelion actually. Looks very much like Rey. I wonder if this is, could this be a Rey fan art or just another character that that I don't know about? Please let me know. That's really interesting. Just gonna hold the book up a little in case I'm cutting anything off by accident. Switch so you can see the back of this in case you want to have a closer look at that alongside these pages. A lot of detail in these drawings and the backgrounds. Yeah, I'm really fond of this style and the characters, the coloring, these rough lines. Been meaning to check out this anime with these angels. Never got around to it. I don't remember the name, but I'll look that one up. believe over time this is one of those books that will become progressively more sought out because of you know, this unique art style and Lain. So I could see this being more difficult to come by later on. Here we have another Serial Experiment Lain picture. There's definitely a strong following for those who do like the show. I think the Anime Man, I think Serial Experiment Lain was in his 3x3. For those who don't know, it's Joey. He's a very prominent YouTuber, also one of the hosts of Trash Taste. And that's an anime podcast. Interesting to see the same image here on the left, black and white sketch, which we previously saw in color. You can tell the artist here is kind of smudging their work intentionally and creating shadows, light shadows with smudging. That's cool. Oh, and then here you can see. This is what I typically think of when I think of, you know, traditional sketching, like these kinds of smudged, sketched art pieces. Or this brown and yellowish palette. This is interesting. Well drawn hands and finger positions, and it's difficult to draw hands and feet. So when an artist nails it, like here, the hand, and here, it's you know, just shows how good the artist is. I like this very futuristic suit and all kinds of stuff going on here, weapons and everything. It's cool. And like this headgear. Whoa, what's going on with that? Again, really cool. For me, my favorite genres are like medieval fantasy, and second would be like cyberpunk, futuristic, or mecha, or some in that direction. So it's definitely it's into that. Yeah, definitely a lot of images from this Angel anime. A really nice image of Serial Experiment Lain here, very nicely rendered. And then this should really be the thumbnail of this book here. Let's see if we can get a nice Lain picture. She's got a very distinct hairstyle, like one of her hair bangs is extended with like, looks like a rubber band or tie or something. And then here, like a really nice sky, this kind of like sad and somber. Just something so great about this style. Even if you haven't seen any of these animes, or only seen you know, one or two of them, this is the book to get, in my opinion. Coke is that? Yeah, it looks like a Coke sign. Kind of funny there. Oh, and here's another Texhnolyze. Main character Texhnolyze. I really like this one too here on the right. And also like this blue-like color palette. There's a nice city view sketch. Sketch of the angel. With what looks like elf ears. She's got these like pointy looking elf ears. On that same view, but in black and white. And these also in black and white. But I like that. I like seeing both. Because it gives you insight into how the artist initially drew it, and then what their choices of coloring were. You know, you can see them side by side, these kinds of pages, after for great reference. And this is really nice here. You can see incredible detail and perspective, and incredibly well drawn. Like somebody might just see it and be like, "Yeah, that's cool," but no, this is great. This is top notch. And you can see, like in contrast, that very realistic sketch, and then this more anime styled, showing the versatility of the artist. Just more of this blue and green color palette. This is my personal favorite color palette in shows and things like that. It's got like a Black Rock Shooter has that, but like I like this character design more than that. It's interesting, like a little something there. What's this? Is this Hellgirl? I'm actually not sure if this artist, I should have done more research, this artist worked on Hellgirl, because this definitely looks like the character from Hellgirl. I think there's a separate book with this cover. Another Texhnolyze, both pages spread with the character on one of the coolest pages in this book here. You can see the character from Texhnolyze injured on these steps. There's a really neat perspective here. You can see kind of going down the staircase and into that alleyway. And just his facial expression, the pain, the anger, like this is really cool. Another cyberpunk looking mechanized individual. I don't know these characters, but you know, very much in line with everything, and very cool. I'll rotate the book for this. We have one of these side pages. This guy looks really cool. Not sure who he is. He could be like a... reminds me of Final Fantasy characters. Hopefully you can get a... Unfortunately, it folds in a lot. In fact, it folds in so much so that I'm not entirely sure. No, they are. It is connected. There's no in between. But that was an interesting page. And for that that angel anime, whose name I don't know. This is the most common image I see online. Like the covers and stuff. Oh, another wonderful Serial Experiment Lain page. This one's really cool for the fans. Gonna zoom in there. Really nicely done and drawn, and Lain's a short anime. It's not a lot of episodes, so definitely check it out. I would say I strongly recommend Serial Experiment Lain for pretty much anyone. Now, I haven't seen it in a long time, as said, so I need to refresh it before I can very confidently recommend it. But as I said, I remember it being really good. Texhnolyze is maybe not as strong, but one that I might personally like more because it aligns with my tastes more, and it's also a nice one. It's a little bit longer. And another Texhnolyze image here on the left. So a very nice variety when it comes to having representation for a lot of the different shows that this artist worked on. This is a black and white version of a color image that we've seen before. It's interesting because I know these are printed out, but I see these and I'm thinking like, oh no, it's gonna smudge. But yeah, more Texhnolyze. Super cool. Like you can see all this incredible detail in the walls and the doors and the things hanging down. Like I'm just gushing, but just really like this art book. Definitely one of my favorite art books in my collection. And this is the cover of this book, not the box, but the book itself, in black and white, or well, grayscale to be more precise. And this is a little bit about the author. So I'm gonna get in close so you can read that. Really cool, looks like a self-portrait of his. I do apologize if it's blurring and hard to read. Like I'm trying my best to get it to focus, but the camera doesn't always work with me on that. So hopefully you can read that. So this is one of the books that I do highly recommend you get. And but in case you cannot, then I might have glanced over this page here. You can see it. A little bit hard to see, it's kind of dark back here. So you can see some of the works. 94, 95, 98. And then 99 to 2001. And 2002 to 2007. Some more interesting images of what it looks like maybe the artist's studio, and then different reptiles, maybe references for for some of his art. Maybe his pets, I'm not sure. If you can read that, do let me know. And then here you have a very thorough left to right of all of his works. Let's look at, oops. Just because that was 94. Odd how the entire book is right to left, and then there's this left to right section. And then the art for the box. So if you can't get the box, you can still get that art, although again colored a little bit different. See, it's like more brown versus more purple, but yeah, let me turn this around so you can see it. There you go, that's the entire image right there. Just gonna try to be as gentle as I can with this book. And then some more here. Zoom into that so you can have a look at the text there. Feel free to pause anytime for that to get some more insight. And there we go. So I really hope you enjoy this art book by Yoshitoshi ABe. I think this is an incredible piece to have on your shelf if you're a fan of Serial Experiments Lain or Texhnolyze or any of these other anime that you may know and I might not. Yeah, I do recommend check out those animes, and I hope you enjoyed this. I'll see you in the next one.